What's up guys, Schmitty here, welcome back to another video, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare has been officially revealed. We got the brand new campaign trailer that got dropped just a few hours ago, and my goodness, does this game look absolutely incredible. So I was really expecting to see a lot more. I thought we were getting some big worldwide reveal stream similar to what we've gotten the last couple years with Black Ops 4 and World War II, but just a campaign trailer today. But to call it just a campaign trailer, honestly, I feel like is doing it a massive disservice, because this trailer looked absolutely incredible. Looks as though Call of Duty has a brand new engine this year. That's been what's going around. Exclusive Ace talked about it in his video, and of course it sounds like from a Charlie Intel article that it has some parts of the old engine in it, of course, to make it Call of Duty-esque. But for a large portion of it, it's a brand new engine, one that's been worked on for about 5 years now. And you can tell it by looking at this trailer. This trailer is absolutely incredible. I legitimately didn't think I was looking at Call of Duty right away at first. It looked so realistic. And in this video, of course, I don't know a lot of the things that a lot of the other larger content creators that went out to Infinity Ward know last week, but I've watched a good portion of their videos, heard what they have to say, of course read up on some stuff as well that has come out since. And so before we get into stuff specifically about this trailer, I want to talk about two other massively big things for the game. First and foremost, it is 100% confirmed now there will be no season pass, no paid DLC map packs this year for Modern Warfare. Every map post-launch will be completely free, which is freaking incredible. There will not be some $50 extra season pass that you have to buy, or $15 map packs that are a large amount of money to spend on top of getting the normal game, as well as the fact that they split the player base massively. So that will not be happening this year. I feel like coming off of Black Ops 4, we had that huge Black Ops Pass backlash. I feel like that really made a very big impact to Activision and allowed them to realize how bad like the season pass and map pack model is. So every map post-launch that comes out this year for Call of Duty Modern Warfare will be completely free for everybody. On top of that, all platforms, PS4, Xbox One, PC, will all have crossplay right at launch, which is nuts. I don't think that a lot of people saw this one coming. We had a bunch of rumors going on over the last couple days talking about stuff that we could be seeing. Crossplay was one that was kind of thrown around, but not very likely, it didn't seem like. But we're going to have crossplay on all those platforms right away at launch, which is going to be crazy. So no matter what platform you're on, you're going to be able to play with other people of the same platform, which is super cool. I'm hoping that console and PC only gets mixed when like a PC player's in the party, similar to how it works on Fortnite, or you can only get matched with people of like of being on PC if you have a PC player in your party. Because if it's just all intertwined and mixed like just throughout all the platforms, it's going to be really annoying. And the games are largely different playing on each platform. So I'm assuming that like Xbox and PS4 are going to be intertwined pretty much the same, and then you're going to be able to play with PC players as well, but you're going to have to mix with those players on console to be able to have to play with and against PC players. I'm hoping that's how that works. So that's a really big thing. As far as exclusivity goes, it looks like that one's still kind of up in the air. Nothing was said about that today, but when PlayStation dropped the Call of Duty trailer, they still had something at the end for content first on PS4. So who knows? It could just be that they get the beta early and then all the DLC is the same. Who really knows what it could be? It's really weird to have crossplay and have all platforms be able to play together, but the DLC would drop at different times. That's really weird to me how that would work. That's why I'm still like, I don't know, and I feel like it's up in the air because it just wouldn't make a lot of sense, but I guess technically they could do that. I'm hoping that if it's still around, it's still just the 7-day thing, not all the way back to the 30 days, because that'll just be ridiculous. But who knows? Maybe it's just for like really small stuff, or maybe just the beta. Not exactly sure on that. But getting back to the official reveal and all the stuff for Modern Warfare, my God, does this game look absolutely incredible. So the whole thing of the soft reboot is finally making sense. So as you guys see in this trailer, Captain Price is in the game, the character from the original Modern Warfare games. But this game has 100% absolutely nothing to do with the first 3 games of the Modern Warfare trilogy. This game is entirely different. It's an entirely new storyline, but they're able to use characters from the old Modern Warfare series because it has nothing to do with it at all. This is the way I imagine it. is if you had two different teams and one team went off and made one Modern Warfare series, and that's the one that we saw, and then a team made another different one, but you were able to use the same type of characters. That's kind of how I think of it. It's basically like starting the series from scratch, but you're able to use all the elements that you could want, both new and old, which I think is really cool. And man, watching this trailer, holy crap. Like I said, I felt like I was watching, at the very least, a movie or something realistic, because oh my, I was blown away by the graphics. Like, I have an Xbox One X, so I'm so excited for how this game is going to look on there. It looks absolutely beautiful with this new engine. Like, the game looks so good. And apparently it is going to be a very, very controversial game as well. I'm sure you guys can pick out some of it by watching this trailer, that those leaks of being similar to No Russian and some modern day terrorism are making their way into this game, and it is going to be mind-blowing. So I've watched a few YouTubers already talk about a couple of the missions that they saw, or a couple parts of the missions. And it's funny because I listened to Drifter talk about one of the very first missions they saw, some infiltration in London or something, and he's talking about this, and it sounds like 5 times crazier than what No Russian was back in Modern Warfare 2, you know, that big controversial mission. And once he gets done talking about this mission, he's like, yeah, that was one of the more mild missions in the game. I'm like, wait, what? That's insane. And the way they were talking about it and describing these missions and how brutal and graphic and all this stuff that they are, because like even down to the point of killing other people in this game, it's not like how you would imagine in Call of Duty. It's not like maybe you see a little bit of blood splatter and they just fall to the ground and that's that. To where it's kind of arcadey but semi-realistic, I guess, in some parts. No, it's very realistic. You see the point of entry of the bullet. You'll see the blood come out from that point of entry. You'll see them kind of slowly die, crawl around, gasp their last breaths, choke on blood. Like, it's unbelievable from the sounds of it. And also, like I said, there's a bunch of elements of modern day terrorism. There was one part that I heard being talked about to where there were terrorists dressed up as civilians, and you've got to make decisions there. And then there's points to where, like, you're going through and killing all these civilians, and you have to make this choice whether to shoot this mother who's running after her baby. It's just, there's so much different crazy stuff going on here from everything I've heard, and it sounds like it's going to be very, very controversial, even way more so than what we saw with No Russian back in Modern Warfare 2. And I kind of want to talk about this in another video, maybe. Again, I don't have some of the information that some other people do, but from the sounds of it, I don't know how this is going to pass in 2019. I'm hoping they don't have to change anything. It's just going to be controversial, and that'll be that. And, you know, the people that want to be involved in this are able to, and the people that don't have to be involved in it at all. I'm hoping Infinity Ward doesn't have to go in and make some kind of changes to appeal to this world that we're living in, because that would be pretty sad. Like, some of the stuff is pretty graphic and pretty wild, but it's all to kind of put it in perspective of some of the stuff that actually goes on in our world today. And look, there's a place for that. There's definitely nothing wrong with people that don't want to be involved in that whatsoever, but that's the game. However, I could definitely see this being banned in some countries. For those people that live in those certain countries, I don't know what they would be yet, obviously, but I'm hoping for their sake it doesn't have to happen. But this game does sound and look very, very violent, very brutal, and something that, like, we're not really used to with Call of Duty. It's some stuff you would see more so in many different games, and I feel like a lot of that has to do with some of the new writers. In case you guys didn't hear, like, some of the people over from Naughty Dog who have created, like, The Last of Us, which is a very, very insane storyline graphic game, have come over to Infinity Ward and helped to write this story, which is That's insane. So we're really in for a treat if we're getting some Naughty Dog writers over in the Call of Duty campaign side of things. Overall, man, like, everything sounds absolutely insane. Things are sounding incredible. The only worry coming out of anything today is, like, where the game will be restricted in some areas around the world, if it will be allowed at all. And of course, hopefully YouTube, the way it kind of demonetizes things that don't really deserve it, who knows what's going to be happening with things here on YouTube and that campaign or whatever else. I have a hard time imagining that people are going to be able to upload the campaign onto YouTube. And if they do, it'll have to be, like, pretty restricted. Like, there'll have to be that 18+ restriction and things like that. Like, I don't know how they're going to be able to get that passed. I'm not sure, man, but some great things today. I mean, obviously, like I said, the trailer looks absolutely incredible. It's got a lot of hype going for it as well. We have yet to hear anything for multiplayer or anything else. We did kind of get a look at the co-op. It wasn't really that descriptive. It just kind of showed it in some of the pre-orders, which, by the way, are live if you want to go ahead and pre-order the game right now. There's 3 different editions. There's a $60, $80, and $100 edition of the game. They just kind of include some digital stuff. I'm assuming they'll end up including COD points and whatever else. But no season pass or nothing. None of that will be involved. Like I said, all that stuff is free. But supposedly this co-op is so massive that it can be an entirely new game on its own, and you know, we don't know much more than that, according to the leaks. But apparently it's going to be pretty nuts. No zombies or anything this year. Battle Royale has not been talked about at all. Infinity Ward would not comment on that whatsoever, but seeing as the pre-orders are up, like, and it's not talked about at all in any part of the pre-order of the game, I find it hard to believe that it'll be there. There's been no talk about BR being in this game anyway, but yeah, who knows? Maybe Blackout will just become its own separate thing, and there will be some Modern Warfare S stuff tied into it. Who knows? But just to recap, crazy, insane-looking trailer. Captain Price is back. Modern Warfare is looking very brutal, very violent, with elements of modern-day terrorism. Hopefully things don't get restricted too badly as we go forward. I imagine it being controversial, but hopefully they don't have to change anything with the game. No season pass this year. All paid map DLC following the launch of the game will be 100% free. Crossplay is coming between PC, PS4, and Xbox One, and that will be available right away at launch. And we don't really have much more than that. It'll be interesting to see what elements of this new campaign kind of make its way into multiplayer. Like how realistic it will be coming into multiplayer. I'm imagining to be more of the arcade Call of Duty style that we know, because it wouldn't be very Call of Duty-esque to make the multiplayer like insanely realistic. We'll have to wait and see more information on that. Maybe we get something this next month here in June. No announcement on the beta, no nothing. Oh, one of the last things, the release date is going to be October 25th. There was rumor going around that it was October 18th, trying to judge it from that really blurry image, but it's going to be October 25th. That was confirmed today as well. Other than that, we don't know a ton of information. Just a really hype reveal today. Things are looking very good for Call of Duty this year. Of course, it's just a campaign trailer, but as far as business model stuff goes, some really good things that we heard today. And that about does it. So down below in the comments, let me know your thoughts about the reveal trailer. Did this get you very hyped for Call of Duty this year? What are your thoughts on everything you've heard from the other content creators as far as like the brutality, the violence, the modern day terrorism? What are your thoughts on that? Be interested to see what you guys have to say. But anyway, that is going to do it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to smack the Schmidt out of like button down below. If you guys enjoy looking for my content group, subscribe button down below as well. If you're videos go live. Hopefully you guys all have a good one. I will see you guys on another video. So long, everybody.